Natalia Bonner. Welcome back. All right, I'm super duper excited to share just a little bit of machine quilting today. So I've been working through this awesome Coventry Garden quilt for my client Teresa, and as I'm working through this, I created this really cool border using my Sway 4 machine quilting ruler and the Mark Be Gone marker, and of course some awesome free motion quilting. But I had to stop and hurry and create this little video to show you how to machine quilt this really awesome feather. Now I am working on a really awesome exclusive video where I'll share my full process of machine quilting this awesome quilt from start to finish, and we'll release that video in the Piece and Quilt Academy. So make sure you do check out the Piece and Quilt Academy on our website, pieceandquilt.com. But for now, let's use my Gamble 22-inch machine, one layer of the Quilter's Dream wool batting. I am going to be stitching in the stitch regulated mode with my stitch length set at 13 stitches per inch, and the threads that I'm using are So Fine on the top and bottom line in my bobbin. Let's get stitching. So I'll start out here and I'm going to measure the width across this section. So this is actually about 8 1/4, which is awesome because then I know I have a 1/4 of an inch out here that's going to go into the binding. So basically I'm going to be working with 8 inches. Awesome. I'm going to mark a line that is 4 inches. So right in the center all the way through this section. Using the blue Mark Be Gone marker for my markings. Personally, I've had really great success with the blue Mark Be Gone marker, so that's why I'm sticking to it. So next, I'm going to use the hook end of the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler. This line that I've marked through the center is the center of this space. And I want my curved line, so this is going to be the spine of my feather, I want that to be equal distances on the top of my center line, so up here, as well as on the bottom of my center line, so down here. To achieve that and make sure it's exactly the look I want before I begin my machine quilting, I'll use the hook end of the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler. This hook end is designed for marking. So here through the center of the hook end, I have lined up this center marked line on top of my blue marked line. Now around that outside of the curve, I'm going to mark a circle. Now I'm going to flip the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler and I'm going to line that up. I want to make sure my lines are connecting right where they should be. Because I've not marked this center line, I'm just eyeballing, making sure this line lines up across the top and continues down. Okay, so I like the way that is looking. I'm going to repeat that process. So now I'll flip the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler and I'm going to do the same thing, lining it up so the line spine here will continue. Use gentle pressure and I'm going to mark around the outside of that curve. And I'll repeat that process, creating the curved spine for my feather. So you can start to see when lining up this ruler down here, I want my line to be a continuous line, so if I'm holding it here, I can see that it's going to be flat. Make sure you find exactly where the curve will continue. And you could have gone through and marked the center, which would be every 2 inches here. You could mark 2, 2, 2 ahead of time to be a little bit more accurate, but I think I'm going to end up with some really awesome results using this kind of simple line up the markings on the ruler method. Next, I'm going to use the circle end of the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler. I'll line up the marked line through the center of the circle end right on top of that previous marked line. So I'm lining it up on top of here, but it will be 1/4 of an inch away from that line because I'm going to be stitching across that line. So I'll hold my ruler into position, use gentle pressure, and then glide my ruler foot around the outside. Now, anytime I stop to readjust my machine quilting ruler, I make sure that I do leave my needle in the down position. I like to hold my arm more towards my body, so I will often stop to readjust my hand or rulers so they're in a comfortable position. So now I'll fill in the top and bottom side of this spine with some fun, playful feathers. First I'll fill in the bottom and then I'll come back and do the top side. you all found a bit of inspiration from this fun machine quilting video. You can pick up all the products that I shared today on our website, peaceandquilt.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See y'all later.